with even a little bit of time. I really appreciate that, and all the feedback that I got from both of you was really good. Thank you.
I love that. And what I hear you saying, Kina, is that when you're in the office and you have something that pops up, there's plenty of people that you could bounce off of.
Most definitely. There's a value of the office. I 100% agree.
So that's a hint. That's like, we're dropping hints today. Guys, if you're on an island away from the office, start coming in. We have a lot of fun here, and there's plenty of camaraderie and energy and togetherness.
I'm going to jump in on that note and sort of continue what you were saying. I want to put a shout out to you, Lee. Again, being in the office, Lee was going in to eat lunch. So first thing we start talking about for 5-6 minutes is food, which is key. And then I went in to ask him a couple of questions. You know, I've been prospecting daily, had a couple of appointments I canceled on me. And he gave me the little nuggets. And part of that nugget was, let's talk about mindset a little bit. And when you're in sales and constantly, you know, on the phone, you're going to get rejection. That's part of the course. But I don't care how good you are, it can get to you after a while. And you need that refresher to remind yourself, hey, you're okay. You're doing what you're supposed to. This is part of the game, and it's about mindset. Let's shift that a little bit. Look at the positive of it, not always the rejection part of it. And it just helped me rethink. And he also gave me some nuggets to rethink about some of my approaches and some of the conversations, what direction to take a conversation. I wouldn't have called anybody if I was working from home. I got to run into Lee and see him, you know, on a weekly basis and ask him a silly question, that one thought that I would usually table. No, I asked it, and it got into a very powerful and important conversation, which helps me open up and think. So I want to thank you, Lee. And again, I encourage people to come to the office. It's by having those conversations that it either changes your mindset or always changes your mindset, and also leads to ask better questions and self-discover.
Yeah, and hint, we will be moving here soon to in-office meetings. So these meetings will slowly but surely be moved into in-person, so that we can feel that energy and drive more energy and traffic into these weekly meetings. So good stuff. I guess the theme today is hint.
Yes.
Lance, come at us.
So hint, you know, sometime 2 years ago, Ralph taught a class on BRRRR, which has to do a lot with refinancing your rental properties. And I want to give a shout out to Catherine, who this was probably one of the more difficult things that I've done in my life, but we my wife and I just successfully, with the help of Catherine, completely just did 2 cash out refis on both of our rental properties. One of them took me out of a hard money loan where we were paying interest only $1,800 a month. So kudos to Catherine. Oh, by the way, we're at 4.6% on one, 4.5 on the other. So whoever tells you that it can't be done, they just don't have the right broker. That's why it's important to stay with the people in your office. And the only other thing is that, you know, when our leadership tells you that you should be taking vacations, you've got to take vacations. I just got back from a week-long golf trip. That's why I missed last week's meeting, and that's why I'm so tan. But refreshed, re-energized, and ready to go. I've got 7 showings scheduled for today and 2 listing appointments for this evening. So you guys are going to see me jump off early. It's not because what's going on here is not important. More so that time to make money, folks.
I love it. Well done, Lance. Our leadership council stepping up. I like it.
My
All right,
turn.
do it.
So yeah, thank you, Lance, for the kudos. It was not easy, but if you put your mind to it, anything can be done. It was, some of these deals are a little difficult. They get very complicated, but you just have to stay at it. I stayed on it. He stayed on it. His wife stayed on it. And we never took a breath until it was done. It doesn't always have to be like that, but sometimes it just, I don't know, sometimes things happen, but it worked out. So I appreciate the support. And Yeah, we did it. It's our third transaction together. So I think we're on a roll. So thank you. Thank you.
Woo. All right, go once. Twice, we have one more. All right, let's dive into our mission, vision, values, belief, and perspective. Brooke, take us away.
Build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
Awesome. And our vision.
To be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers.
And our values, God, family, and then business. Tom and Sarah, take us away.
Win-win
Or no deal.
or no deal. Integrity,
Do the
do
right
the
thing.
right thing. Customers,
They always
Always
come
come first
commitment,
in all things.
communication,
Seek first, to understand.
creativity,
Ideals before results.
Yes, well done, Evan. Keep going.
teamwork,
Together.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Yes.
trust,
Well, always
Words
be
of
honest.
honesty.
That's it.
equity,
Opportunities
Opportunities
for all.
all.
success.
Results through
Go
people.
through people.
Yes.
All right.
Through people. Well done, guys. That was awesome. And in our perspective as a company, we are a technology company, and that means that we control our destiny when it comes to the tools that we offer. So we are a technology company that provides the real estate platform that agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. We're going to talk about that platform today. That's going to be a piece of what we talk about today. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, and focuses all of its activities on service, productivity, and of course, profitability. So that moves us over to our mission moment. And this, of course, is KWX, which is our parent company. And the one mission, one team, one mission ideology. And so let's dive into the mission moment. And the first one is recognition. And the recognition that we're going to start with is one of the principles, one of the foundational pieces of Keller Williams, and that is our economic model of focus on profit first. And in order to maximize profit, well, you would do one of two things. To maximize profit, you do one of two things. You either raise your revenue or lower your expenses. You either raise your revenue or lower your expenses. And capping is one of the foundational pieces of lowering your expenses, because you can take an expense and turn it fixed so that you have control of your expenses. So with that said, I'd like to give a warm welcome to our next capper, Evan, again, capping and capping and capping. How many months do you have left at 100%, Evan?
8.
8 full months.
Which I'm disappointed. I was trying to pull up better than last year. So it's the same as last year, 8, but that's okay.
Yeah. And last year you had the best year you've ever had.
Correct. This year, we're on course to actually do much better already.
That's what happens when you implement models,
Mhm.
systems, and just chip away every day at your one thing.
The one thing I want to make a comment about what you said is the two ways would be either to increase revenue or to lower expenses. Jose and I are a direct result. When we look beat up and shot, that is a direct result of lowering expenses. We, as you know, we're a very lean, very high profit margin in our business model, but it takes a toll. And we're trying to find, and we're trying to hire, it's finding that balance to leverage, which costs money to do, but it free up some of my sanity and make me a human again, where Lance, I too then would go on vacation, which I would love to do. So that's an interesting thing, that you have to find that balance.
Yeah, and I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment and recognize that you are one of 6 leadership council members, and as one of the dedications that the leadership council has declared, dedication and declaration for this year, is to present to our agent base. In other words, pouring back in to our agents. And so Evan, what I'd love to do is kind of chat with you for a second about this prospecting class that we have on the calendar on the 23rd. What is why should agents right now write down March 23rd at 12 p.m.? What's in it for them?
Well, I think the biggest thing is there's a lot of agents out there who are uncomfortable or terrified picking up a phone. And the point of what I've learned is the same conversations you have in front of people could be the same conversations you have on a phone. It's a great way to generate business. And whether it is your thing or not, everyone, I believe, should experience it. And I'd like to do it more of a workshop. So it's a real hands-on. It's nothing, we're not preaching. Let's all have some role play that day. And you get to hear what's important about role play. What is your main objective? It's all about motivation. And you remind me again today of that, Lee. And it's a common theme, whether you're in front of a person or on a phone. So why? You'll learn conversations to have with buyers and sellers. That's really what it comes down to.
So the good news is we'll be talking about this over the next couple weeks because we got a little bit between now and then. And guys, when an agent who is crushing it is taking time out of their day to pour into you, I'd recommend you write this time down and bring your energy to the office, because as I reminded you, we are going to start to do more and more and more in the office, and definitely recommend that you start planning ahead and getting on in here. So that's going to be March 23rd at 12 p.m. Very grateful, Evan, that you're locking that in on your schedule. Sweet. So that moves us into the stakeholder meeting moment, which is my opportunity to pour into you. And wow, I have a lot in store. So this is the time of the meeting that you take a pen and paper, you get ready to take some notes, because you are absolutely going to want to take some notes on this. So on Monday, I had the opportunity to meet my new coach, my leadership coach, and she reminded me of a book written by John Maxwell. And the book is Daily Leadership Lessons, where every day there's a new lesson, very short read. And it reminded me of the Daily Stoic book that I've been reading throughout the year, one lesson each day, and journaling. And so I'm going to read an excerpt from today's Maxwell reader. This is something that Glover University promoted at the beginning of the year. And here's a hint. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free on Kindle. So if you have Amazon Prime, this book, the Maxwell Daily Reader, is free. And so I busted out Kindle on my iPad, and I'm going to read you guys a bit of today. So he said, failing backwards versus failing forward. Failing backwards versus failing forward. And my mind went, we talk about failure all the time here at Keller Williams. And then I remember Gary Keller has his famous quote, and Tivi, you shared it yesterday or the day before: fail fast, fail often, fail forward. And when this popped up, I went, totally. But what does it even mean? Like failure, fail. we were so programmed to think that failing is bad, failing is negative. Yet the truth is, when you surround yourself with high achievers, they've all failed their way to where you think they're successful. So I took an excerpt from the Maxwell reader today, and he said, look at the way any achiever approaches negative experience. Look at the way any achiever approaches negative experiences. He said, you can learn a lot about how they fail forward. And so in my mind, I still was like, well, what is failure? What is failing forward? And so I took the next little bit out and posted this on Facebook today. Fail Fast, Fail Often, Fail Forward by Gary Keller. And here is a breakdown of what it means to truly fail forward. Take responsibility for the situation you're in. Don't blame others. Learn from each mistake. Don't repeat the same mistakes over and over and over. Know that failure is part of your process. Expect to fail again and again and again. Maintain a positive attitude. Challenge outdated assumptions. In other words, push the limits. Try something new. Take new risks. Don't have limited stinking thinking. Believing something didn't work versus thinking you're a failure, and never, ever, ever quit. Never, ever, ever quit. So then he says, no matter how difficult your problems were, the key to overcoming them doesn't lie in changing your circumstance. It lies in changing yourself. In itself, changing yourself is a process. It begins with a desire to be teachable, to be coachable. And from this moment on, make a decision every day that do whatever it takes to fail forward, not backwards. So I hope that this little lesson, one that, guys, if I didn't have a coach, I would have been just as neutral, just as simple as I was 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But my coach brought it up. I then saw that it was free, the best, because I'm a Amazon addict like many of us. And who knew that you had such awesome tools already available for you in Amazon. So wanted to start off with this. Did this help? Is this a good start to our shareholder meeting moment? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Got a couple thumbs up. I like it. Good, good, good. Thanks, guys. Which now moves me to the next segment. And if you're not following me on Facebook, find me on Facebook. That's my picture. Find me. And I post a lot of fun stuff like this. So, magic words. Let me explain or break down what are magic words. And so magic words are a set of words that talk straight to the subconscious brain. Magic words are words that speak directly to the subconscious brain. The subconscious brain is a powerful tool in decision making because it's programmed through our conditioning to make decisions without overanalyzing them. So using words that speak straight to the brain is free from maybes, and respond reflexes give you a fair advantage to getting what you want in the time that you want. So when we break down these next two magic words, you'll see how simple little changes that you can apply today can make your sales life much, much easier. So my advice is get ready to participate. Have your pen and paper ready to write these down. And then I'm going to ask that I have a couple volunteers at least type into the chat or unmute yourself and share what you believe would be sentences that you can implement today. All right, we ready? Let's see where we're at in time. Perfect. All right. So the first, I'm not sure it's for you, but in an opening statement of using the words, I'm not sure it's for you, but causes the person that you're speaking to, their unconscious brain, to hear there's no pressure. They hear there's no pressure. So by suggesting that they may not be interested, you naturally increase their intrigue. The word but negates everything that was said prior. I learned that part a long time ago. I really like you, Lee, but I think we should see other people. Ew. That means that they don't like you at all. They're just saying it to be nice. I really like you, Lee, but we're listing with someone else. It means there's no way that they're listing with me. So the word but negates everything they say prior. So knowing that the word but negates everything prior, when you say to somebody, I'm not sure it's for you, but what the little voice inside their head hears is, you may want to look into this. So one of two things will happen with this rejection-free approach. Number one, your listener, the person you're speaking to, leans in and asks for more information because they're actually interested. Or at the very, very worst, they'll say, let me give it some thought. So this is where we work together right now, guys. I'm going to give you a couple examples, and then I want you thinking of how you can use this in your business. The first, I'm not sure if this house is for you, but let's go check it out. Wouldn't that be great at an open house? Hey, I'm not sure this house is for you, but I have time this afternoon to go look at it. I want you guys thinking, how will you use this in a sentence? And this is your time to start thinking. I'm going to give you one more, and I want to hear your examples. I'm not sure if seeing every home in the market is for you, but would you like to try? All right, who's got something they want to try? Either type it in the chat or unmute yourself. Let's see what you got. How you participate here is how you participate everywhere.
I'm not sure this property is for you. And we can go take a look at it just to make sure.
Sure. I'm not sure this property is for you, but let's go take a look. All right, who's next? Anyone in the chat?
It's happened to me once when I make the sale 1 month ago. I went to see a property, and then after we saw 3-4 properties, the last one, the buyer said, no, I don't want to go anymore. I'm finished. I said, let's try. We don't lose anything. And he bought that.
Right. I'm not sure it's for you, but let's go try one more. Well done. So we got a
Hi.
couple. Go ahead. Yes.
I'm not sure if this offers for you, but would you like to have a look at it?
Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. I'll read what we have in the group here. I'm not sure if it's for you or not, but when the time is right, I'd be delighted to help you get the right price for your home. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm not sure if it's for you, but I have great resources on who you could be speaking to if you're thinking of refinancing. Yeah. Go ahead, Evan.
This is a very competitive market. This market may not be the right time for you, but we may want to put in a stronger offer.
Yeah, there we go. See, guys, this is neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro, the brain, linguistic, how we speak, programming, how we think.
So one thing it made me remember from NLP was when Rob was teaching it, one of the keys, put the fact first. Like, it's a blue sky. Then you can go into, this may not be the right time for you. So it doesn't matter what the fact is, as long as the fact. It's a very competitive market. It's a fact. We all know that. Boom. Then whatever else you say, you set it up.
Well done.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. You guys ready for magic word number 2?
Oh, I love this one.
I'm not sure. Well done, Brooke. I'm not sure it's for you, but I have a few other great options that would fit your criteria. Yes. Well done. Well done. All right. Magic word number 2. Would you be open-minded? So let me explain. If you were to ask a room of 1,000 people whether they consider themselves open-minded, I'm sure over 900 of them would raise their hands. So, using the term, how open-minded are you, and following up that sentence with a scenario you want them to opt into allows you to naturally attract people toward the very thing you're looking for them to support you in. I'm going to say that again. How open-minded are you? And following that sentence with a scenario you want them to opt into allows you to naturally attract people towards the very thing you're looking to have them support you with. Everybody wants to be open-minded. So, how open-minded would you be in making a strong offer? Yep. How open-minded would you be? Well done, Tom. All right. Would you be open-minded to see how we can work together?
Would you be open-minded to taking the cards off the table?
Oh, good. I like that. You guys are doing that in the training. So Tom, you're typing that in? All right. I'll give you guys one more. How open-minded are you to learning how much a home costs out of pocket and what monthly payment would be? How open-minded are you to learning how much a home costs out of pocket and monthly payment? Brooke types, would you be open-minded, or how open-minded are you? Would you be open-minded to lose some square footage inside the house if you have a large, there you go, yeah. Would you be open-minded to seeing a smaller home with a bigger lot? Well done. Yep. Would you be open-minded taking the cards off the table to make a stronger offer? Yeah. 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 Well done. What else we got, guys? There's like 3 or 4 out of 30 participating. Type in. Here's one for sellers. How open-minded are you to discussing the market conditions? Why would they say no to that? Yeah, I'm open-minded. Great. Does today at 2 or 3 work better?
Mhm. You could even ask for a signature on this sentence, Lee.
How would you do that, Eddie?
How open-minded would you be to get it up on the market right now?
Like a ninja.
Mhm.
Would you be open-minded to opening the search to another city that may be closer to your price range? Well done, Lance.
Mhm.
Well done. Now, team, I don't know if half of you are paying attention or not, but this is how you sell real estate. You learn dialogue that helps people make decisions. How open-minded are you to searching in a different neighborhood? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, here's my hallucination. My hallucination right now, guys, is that you write those 2 words down, those 2 phrases, and you write it out 10 different ways for the next 5 days. 50 different sentences coming up with different ways
Mhm.
to write this until our next meeting next week. Would you be open-minded to put yourself in a multiple offer situation? Yeah. Yeah. 10 different ways each sentence for the next 5 business days. This is how this becomes who you are. You can do this the hard way, or you can learn the finesse way. And learning magic words is the key to attracting more people to your mission than repelling them. Sarah adds, would you be open-minded to put yourself in a multiple offer situation? Yeah. Well done. Well done, guys. That was my goal, is that we start to think of ways to become sales ninjas and implement as fast and as strong as we can. All right. So, did you know that there was an upgrade to your website? And if you are not using your website, start today. Go on there and play around. You should be sharing your website with every person you run into, your mobile app and your website, because now every property that they look at has your contact information on it, which would only make sense. Which would only make sense if you want to generate more leads.
Lee,
So, go ahead.
who do you direct us to learn more about our website, its possibilities, et cetera? Is there someone we could talk to?
I would start, Evan, by knowing what your domain is and just give it to people and tell them to start searching. And then ask them to register so that you get their contact information. That's all you need to know. Okay, it's the same as Zillow, the same as Redfin, the same as ABC Realty and 123, except this is your website, not somebody else's.
Lee, isn't it by default your first name, last name, .kw.com?
Well, depends on what they put for Scott Leroy when they did their login.
Okay.
So with that said, it very well could be. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was asking. Thank you, Eddie. So getting in touch with Scott Leroy would probably be the way to go?
Absolutely, 100% yes.
Okay.
Because he basically sets you up in the KW systems.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Yep, perfect.
Yep.
Now, mark your calendars, the 17th of March.
And guys, you could put this website on your Facebook and all your social media profile. It becomes like a link.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
I would even buy a domain, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would buy a domain and point it so that you can drive traffic to it and generate leads effortlessly. All right.
Thank you.
Now, on the page here, team, on the page here is March 17th. I will be lead generating for all to watch, for all to see, for all to learn how to effortlessly convert internet leads. So this will not be on Zoom. It will be live in our training room, and it'll be at capacity. So mark your calendars, be here early, and this will be learning scripts, dialogues, while I'm in the trenches dealing with the same bullets that y'all are dealing with every day. So again, 4 to 6:30, I will be lead generating, showing you guys an efficient way to make a ton of money. So mark your calendars, the 17th. I will also be teaching Win with Buyers at the end of the month on the 22nd and the 29th. Instead of an 8-hour class, I'm going to break it down into 2 classes. This is a model on how to work with home buyers effectively, how to show homes, how to do a buyer consultation, how to qualify, how to hand off to a lender, how to deal with contract to close. Be there or be square. Mark your calendars, the 22nd and 29th. All right, millionaire real estate agent. Who wants to be a millionaire? Here's the question. What 2 sets of numbers should you always be aware of? What 2 sets of numbers should you always be aware of?
Monthly payments and how much cash.
I love that. That is when you represent buyers. That is perfect. Right answer. So
Oh,
let me.
this is the listing agent. My bad. I'm on the Win with Buyers.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Let me
The number
rephrase
of
the
calls
question.
made and the appointment set.
What was that?
The number of calls made and the appointment set.
So that's the right formula. Let me. So say that again. Ed.
The number of calls made and appointment set.
Okay, so that would be goal numbers and actual numbers. I have a goal of 20 contacts. Actually, I did 25. I have a goal of taking 4 listings. I actually took 6. So what are the 2 sets of numbers we should always be aware of? Goal numbers. What is my goal? And what are my actual numbers? Well done, Eddie. And well done, Tivi. I should have asked the question more directly. Both perfect answers. So what 2 sets of numbers should each of you be aware of? What is my goal and what is my actual? All right, mark your calendars. It's coming. It's coming. Mega Camp, August 23rd and 24th in Austin. ALC, I would jump on this before ticket prices go up. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there, and we will have events here in the Market Center for Mega Agent Camp in August. All right, so Sue is in transmittal right now. What does that mean? This is really important. Each month we close our books, and what we do is we figure out how much profit the office has generated, and in the transmittal process, we give back to you half of the month's profit. That process is called transmittal. So Sue is in transmittal right now, which is a very intense multiple day process of closing our books. Happy birthday, Shanice. Happy birthday, Jana. Happy birthday, Will and Liliana. So, yay. Good stuff, guys. And of course, next week, Maria and Lana, Tachina, and Perry, along with Matt. So happy birthday. Family reunion. Did you guys know that there was over 18,000 that attended family reunion 2 weeks ago? 18,000 going on 19. With that said, there's going to be a lot coming down the pipe of what we can talk about. And on this slide, you can see quite a few of the summary events
Keller.
that are available on KW Connect. So I would check these out on the Outfront. So this is outfront.kw.com, outfront.kw.com. And for those that saw the gentleman that's shaking hands with Gary, is the #1 Remax team in the world that came over to Keller Williams. Evan, last year he closed 940 million in volume. In volume. Yeah. Yeah. But we're a company for new agents. Yeah. Totally.
That's a whole office, Lee.
Yeah. 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 That's almost $1 billion in volume.
Yep.
And there's a lot coming down the pipe there. We talked a little bit about Sean Accor. And for those of you that invested in Family Reunion, the videos are available until April 25th. So everything that was on there is available till April 25th for you to watch, transcribe, and download. All right, Tom, Sarah, come on down. We always start your section with the TCPA because the do not call list is real and it has some very important repercussions. So always keep conscious of the TCPA. All right, Tom, take us away. You're muted.
Hey, Sarah is bringing back her agent skills boot camp again. So just note this on Tuesdays, 3 to 4. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to start learning some of the technology we have, dressers, and the different lead services that we do provide, and all the different types of technology. That's what she teaches in the agent skills boot camp. So that's back again.
Absolutely. So Tom, on this, guys, 3 to 4 p.m., if you guys were taking notes, my win with buyers is at 4 p.m. the last 2 weeks. So the goal is that you come into the office for Agent Skills Bootcamp at 3 o'clock and flow right into win with buyers. So we will have it set up in the training room for you to participate and flow into awesome training opportunities. We have a few people that joined the program, Tom.
Yeah. So we have new people, right? We see all the people that have joined: Eduardo, Norman, Sam, Oksana, Marina, Sheena, Sorrel, Blake, Sarah, Liz, and thank you to the sponsors: Eddie, Genzel. Look at Genzel already, a couple in. Genzel, Yuri, Eddie, Sheena, Eddie, and Tom Fonseca, yours truly. So we got a lot of people helping build the company.
Yeah, well done. Tom, is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's this is all. Please attend all the trainings. We've got a lot more stuff happening in the office. We got Lee providing tons of value for buyers. And then we have the Monday and Friday classes that I have lead generation on Mondays and Fridays. It's all on the calendar.
Yep.
Just check the calendar.
Awesome. All right, Catherine, bring us home.
Hi there, everybody. Oh my God, there's so much content. My head is spinning. You guys, crazy. So it's an amazing market, as you know. There's no inventory. Buyers are frustrated. I just want you to know that Van Dyke has a lot of programs that may help you. I got a call yesterday actually from Tom, who asked me about the construction program where you can buy a piece of property. We can do the construction loan. It's one shot. You do it at the beginning. It's the same as a conventional program. The rate is just a little bit higher, but it's locked in for 12 months while you're building your dream house. Right after that, I got another call about a 203K loan, which is the FHA renovation loan, which means you can buy distressed property and actually get money to fix it up. So I think the message for today really is that we have to really start to be creative to find ways for our buyers to purchase. So maybe there's a distressed property and they didn't think about it before. They didn't think they could afford the renovation, but we can do it. Maybe they never thought about buying a piece of land, but we can do it. So also somebody asked me recently about, do you need 25% on a condo if there are no reserves? No, not really. We can do it with 10% down. We'll just do a first and second loan to avoid the reserve issue. So there's all these little things, and of course, this isn't enough time to go into them, but I am doing a condo class on the 23rd. Cookies and condos, we can talk about that and anything else you guys want to talk about. I hope that you'll all come. It'll be in the training room. So please sign up. Anyway, we need to get creative. So I'm here to help you get creative. So let me know what I can do for you.
Cookies and Condos is March 23rd at 11. So happy that we have flyers created. Well done, Brooke. And guys, mark your calendars. All right, Ari, what you got? You're muted.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the intro, Lee. Catherine, such great tips, right? So great to have you as an asset to get creative. What I wanted to talk about today was escrow deposits for leases. So I have a little best practice. It's like a 2-page thing, a PDF that I circulated in the office before that we're going to have to recirculate again, because I offer this service as a free service to the Keller Williams agents. And what's been happening is that the best practices for my office isn't necessarily being followed, and it's creating a really undue burden on my staff and their resources. So I want to be able to continue to offer this free service to everyone, but it has to be under the practices that I require, meaning we require a minimum of 48 hours notice to disperse escrow for leases. I cannot be called in an hour and it'd be expected to disperse checks and have them ready. In fact, in my flyer, I ask for a minimum of 5 business days. We always do whatever we can to meet agents' needs, but there needs to be some awareness as to how that impacts our office, especially if this is a complimentary service that I'm going to continue to offer to the office. The only other thing I want to bring to your attention is having, and this is really only for leases, this isn't necessarily a problem on the purchase end. If your clients, your tenants are going to bring in a deposit to my office and they're bringing in a money order, I have to now limit the amount of money orders they can bring in. I've had people bringing in 50, 100, 200 money orders to as their deposits. So now I'm revising my practices again, and I will be limiting the amount of money orders that can be used as a deposit. It is, again, it's just too much of a burden on resources for this service. So please keep that in mind. I'm going to have the office, Brooke, maybe we can chat off and we'll recirculate the best practices for lease escrow deposits. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to email anybody directly. Thank you all, and I will see you in the office.
Hey, well done. Thank you. Thank you. What a great service. And yet it is pretty interesting. I need it now. Give it to me now, Burrs. Hey, we have walkthrough in next week. I should probably get this thing started, but that would be planning ahead, right?
Yep.
that would be actually thinking about what our next week is going to look like. And yet we must slow down at times, guys, to speed up. So we are down the home stretch. We are just about done, and I figured I would share a couple classes coming up. Ari, thank you for being on the calendar on the 16th for FARBAR, which is the buyer contract. I don't know why any of you would miss that. If you haven't closed 50 transactions, I would be there so that you can learn how to execute buyer contracts. James Shaw on the 9th. Guys, this is a huge opportunity. This is a 2-day class on how to build your business as the market shifts. There's a reason why Keller Williams International has shift on the calendar. It's because all signs are pointing towards a uncomfortable change in the market. So this is on KW Connect on the 9th and 10th from 1 to 5 p.m. It says noon, but it's central. So it is from 1 to 5. Strongly recommend. Every Friday, Eddie takes time out of his day to pour into you and help you with your listing presentations. Thank you, Eddie. Very grateful that you are on the calendar.
Thank you.
KW Connect, again, has classes. So go to kwconnect.com and self-learn, self-study. You can see here at the end is James Shaw's shift course. You want to learn builder side, the new construction, there are virtual courses on the 9th and 10th, 10 to 2. The color of real estate and the unconscious bias. These are 2 equity courses for you to learn how to be attractive to all types of clients and subconsciously remove things that may be blocking that opportunity. And the last couple, listing contracts. Ari's teaching buyer contracts, our broker is teaching listing contracts, and market statistics. Scott Leroy Marketing, Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. And this presentation will be on our Facebook page here in a little bit. So please take a second gander and go into designs and post your social media using what's available, adding your own brand. Thank you. And we did it. We finished in an hour. Well done, team.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you.
My pleasure.